Okay, maybe. Hello. Hope we're working here. Well, how's everybody doing? Is it coming through okay out there? I had some issues getting started up here. And I didn't get the thumbnail on there. God darn it. Anyway, sorry, Wes. Thomas, hello there, sir. Tom, you probably want to talk to Cindy direct through Reverb. Cantaloupe Island, interesting song. I kind of, the real chords are, it's that sound, but I like to change it to this. So I can play some altered dominant crap on it. Let's play it again. Did it sound okay? I just kind of, it does sound okay. Thank you, Jimmy. Hi, Lee. That's a new face. Yeah. Let's do it again. Anyway, hello, everybody. Well, we got some different faces than we had last night, which is nice. Stan from, I don't know, Diminished, and Andre and John Blumgardner, good. And Ralphie Valadares, yes, or Stanfield, I guess. So Lee Leonard, Lee Scholl, the news reporter who taped me and Charlie. We missed you, man. We played a gig over here, me and Charlie, and we missed you. Tom Johnson, good morning from Hot Springs, Alaska. And I was going to comment on your solo. There's so much stuff I want to tell you. I probably have to call you. So send me your number. Late afternoon in Scandinavia, commuting back home via train. Wow, how cool is that? Well, thank you for listening. I appreciate it. And Kim, hello. So we did a live stream last night. We had an interview with Pat Flynn, an old friend of mine from high school who played with the Newgrass Revival. And if you'd like to see that interview, it's last night's live stream. It's pretty good. Pat has got quite a history playing with Bella Fleck and Sam Bush. And so that's pretty cool. It was a nice thing. So won't be back to PA for 3 weeks. Tom Johnson said that. Oh, okay. I see. You're on vacation. Wow, in Alaska. How nice. How nice. Let's see. W.C. Ray. Okay, good. So anyway, that was a neat interview. I always like Pat. He's a funny guy. Funny guy. Good player. Wonderful player. And so we're going to get together. We had a band in high school with Mr. Jimmy Rolfe. And we're all going to get together and play for a class reunion. It should be interesting. Something like that. Listen to my bluebird. I got to start practicing. Anyway. Okay. All right. So you guys got your own thing going on. Good morning, Patrick Evans. Good morning from Weed. Are you smoking it? Are you staying in it? On my way on 3 weeks on the road. Well, good for you, Pat. That's really cool. Got to get back just in time for our camp. So we got a camp coming up. It should be, well, it's going to prove to be an excellent time. And we've got wonderful teachers, Mike Dana, Pat Kelly, myself, and the Mr. Todd Johnson. So we actually showed a video last night of Gary Newmark, who is also going to be our drummer there at the camp. So we do have a band for you guys to play with. And he will be there. And I played this video of us doing the West Side of Heaven last night. And it should be, so we got Todd and myself and Gary and all these wonderful people. So it's going to be a great time. Still a little room left if you want to get in on it. It's not that much considering it's your lodging, your food, and all the lessons and everything. So you're going to learn their stuff you can't learn out of a book. Okay, let's start in with a lesson because, well, it gives us something to do. We're going to talk about diminished scales. I want to show you this way of playing a diminished scale that I think is very cool. Let's go over here and take a look at this camera here. Let me back this out just a little bit. All right, I'm going to play a G diminished scale starting here. And here's the fingering. I go G, A, B flat. And then, so it's 1, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Okay, so it's a very simple scale, isn't it? Now, the formula for a scale is a whole step, half step, whole step. Now here's a whole step there. Half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. Okay. Now, if we were to look at it symmetrically on the guitar, it would look like this. Whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step. Okay, but we're playing it within this shape. Now, if you take a look at the fingering of the picking fingering, you can see, look at it's down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. So this is economy picking. Now going back down, I'm going, starting with an upstroke. So you see, if I start with an up, I'm already on the next string. All right, so that would be around a G diminished there like this, or B flat diminished, or C sharp diminished, or E diminished, okay? So just as there are only 3 different diminished chords, right? Everything repeats itself every 4 frets. Same thing with the scale. You see? It all... Okay. Now, let's add 2 more strings. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here on B flat, because remember, this is a B flat diminished, right? So we're going to start here on B flat, and we're going to go 1, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 4. Now we're going to come down and finish our scale. We have to move down a fret. So now our scale looks like this. Let's look at the picking. Okay, got it? Remember, so it's 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4. Slide down, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4. Bada boom, bada bing, woo-hoo. So you get the idea on that? So the diminished scale is very interesting scale. So look at the way that the scale is designed is the way it lays on the fretboard. Whatever I play on the D string, I can play on the B string. Okay. Whatever I play on the G string, I can play on this string. So. Okay. Now that idea of the same fingering applies skipping strings is a real powerful idea. Watch. So it's really good to play a little idea and then move it up here. Okay, what if we went? Okay, you get the idea? Now, what chord do we use that over? All right, it would be over an A7 or A13, actually. It's A13 with a flat 9. Are you hearing it? Or whoop. Okay, now look at, I could go. So I'm kind of just echoing everything up every 4 frets. Let's do it easier like this. Okay, where does that A7 go? It goes to D major, D minor. The diminished scale is more of a major sounding thing than a minor, because you have that in the key of A, in the key of D, you have a G sharp. For a minor sound, you generally want to use a harmonic minor or melodic minor. Diminished sounds better in a major key, as opposed to I think it sounds better. You get the idea? Okay, so in this song, Cantaloupe Island Wind, the idea? Diminished scales, man. It's where it's at. And that picking, if you haven't gotten into the picking of economy picking, the diminished scale is really the one to do it. Now, here's a nice exercise. You play a altered dominant chord. It could be, I like that, or 13 or flat 9, whatever. And then you play the scale. But remember, if this is A, I'm going to start it in a note B flat. And then a D. Remember, if I'm playing a D altered, I'm playing E flat diminished. G. So you get used to starting on it when it says G. The chord is G. You're looking at it and thinking A flat diminished. It takes a while to develop that, but you get the idea. Nod your head if you did. Nod your head. Nod the camera. Do they also call a diminished scale an altered scale? Yes. Why not? It's semantics at this point. Melodic minor is used as an altered scale. It's all how you use it. A major scale could be an altered scale, right? If you play it a half step higher. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be eating in front of you. All right, so let's play a song. Let's play a song. All right. Clifford Brown's Cookin'. I've played this before. This song really was a real eye-opener for me because it's playing around changes. And if you want to be able to play jazz, you got to know how to play around changes. So the changes to this song are B flat, A minor 7, D7, and then E flat. Then maybe either B flat or D minor, G7, C minor, and then the turnaround. So now we have this. That's the progression. Okay, so there's a lot of changes going by like crazy. And so when you play the tune in your line, you want to be able to hear the changes. So by the way, it goes to D7 flat 9, which is right diminished. So I could go. And then the C diminished, I could go something like that, or G diminished. And then Get the idea? What's going on here in this talk here? Hello, Kirby. I learned that lesson from you and forgot it. How about D flat 7 with the G natural? Okay, that's like the second chord in Cantaloupe Island. If we cantaloupe, let us marry. So that chord right there would be the scale would be an A flat melodic minor. Okay, Herbie would love it. My last girlfriend was a B flat. Don't be sharp, don't be flat, just be natural. Anybody record an album in the pandemic? I did it, and it was weird, man. Okay. Okay, well, how many guitars do you have? Just a few. Right? I'll let Gail answer that. Here's Cookin. Did you hear that diminished? You know that one? Okay, there's the tune, and it's available at the Guitar College Library. So, can't sell off an empty shelf. That's true. Too many guitars, yeah. How many? Okay. Well, you know how many a guy needs when you think about it. Okay, you need a good archtop, right? You need a good nylon string. You need a good acoustic guitar. You need a telly. You need a Strat. You need a 335. You just need one more. Anyway, why does the organ still sound cheesy on Band in the Box? I guess I think in the real styles it's better, but I can't answer that. Real styles, if you go to get the real styles, dang, a lot of time has passed since I played the guitar. I was in the best in the whole world, but I didn't want to show off. I was the best in the, oh, okay. Do you find that generations dictate the length of phrasing? Interesting. Phrasing, it's all about phrasing, isn't it, really? You're the goat, Rick. Don't ever forget it. The goat. We used to have a goat. His name was Buster. Don't ever get a goat. We had 15 acres. So we got a goat. Let's get a goat, right? Because, they'll keep down the weeds. Well, and he, man, got after the poison oak like you wouldn't believe. He also got after the rose bushes and everything else that you wanted to grow. And he doesn't care if he's on the patio or not. You'll come to the back of the window. We're eating dinner, and there he is, letting it loose, peeing on all over the place on our patio while we're eating dinner. He has no morals at all. And then he jumps on the top of cars. He gets on the roof of cars. Yeah. So finally had to let him go. In the crown, and he thought he was a dog because we had a couple dogs too, or 3 dogs, and they would just run all over the place. He thought he was a dog, and then he kind of liked the looks of this one dog and wouldn't leave it alone, if you know what I mean. And then to top it off, we're finally going to get rid of him. So I'm going to pick him up to put him in the damn car, and he tilts his head back, and it nabs me right in that corner, almost took out my eye. And I thought, you're going to make a great dinner someday. Okay. El Picasso. What do I think about the Epiphone Dot? Which amp is good with Dot? Epiphone Dot doesn't turn me on. You're talking about the cheap one for about $300. I would explore Heritage, or excuse me, well, yeah, if you got the money, a Heritage 535, absolutely. Or a T59 Eastman. I think those are better. And Shannon, what is all this? Yeah. Rich plays mostly solo games combined. All right. Hey, Rich, general question. How should I approach learning vocabulary, learning motifs through keys? How do you go about it? Well, I would start with songs, learning songs. That's part of the vocabulary. Then learning solos to songs. Then, because a solo is comprised of several licks, then you learn to take those licks out and use them on other things. My jazz guitar improv course has been proving to be really, really good as far as teaching people the improv. So I would really encourage you to go through that course, okay? Okay. Rick, teach me how to play air guitar. Can I play heavy metal? No. No, they used to say at GIT, if you want a career in heavy metal, consider welding. It's so competitive. But I have a student of mine that I taught when he was a kid. He was a friend of, he was the son of some good friends of mine. And so, let's see, how did it work? Him and his father would landscape, work on our house, landscape it, And in exchange, I would give his son guitar lessons. And it worked out pretty good. So his name is Wes Houck. And if you're a metal player, you probably know who Wes Houck is. Wonderful, wonderful player. And not only that, he's a good writer. I mean, he just hears things differently. Wonderful player. I mean, Chop City too. He's got great chops, great ideas, and he's played with some famous bands. But look him up, Houck, Hauch. Gail, maybe you can find a link to him somewhere. But yeah, if you like heavy metal, check out Wes. Okay, kid, I'll check that out. Thanks a lot. Okay, but improv class. Thank you, Ralph. Yes, good. Blue Boss Insights, full of great ideas. Well worth the price of admission. Thank you. Blue Boss, a great little tune. That's a tune we haven't played in a while. You know, I'll be quite honest, heavy metal is so oversaturated with mediocrity. You know, I have come to realize to play anything well takes a lifetime of practice and dedication. I don't care what, if it's country, bluegrass, folk music, to really play it well, it takes a lot. And, you know, and heavy metal is no different. What is with Shannon? What's your problem, buddy? I don't know. You know, somebody, every time I post something, they put these porn links on there, and it's like, give me a break. Can't you just leave us alone? No, they got to stick their crap in there. Thank you. Okay, speaking of altered dominant and diminished, let's do another lesson here. I want to show you something cool. If I take a diminished arpeggio, which would be this, right? Now that's F sharp diminished, A diminished, C diminished, or E flat diminished. And that goes around this chord. Now, if I add another note to that, if I go like this, now I get flat 9, sharp 9. Now, let me take that and move it up to the 7th fret. What do I get? I get this A diminished, right? But then I also get this note here, this A flat, which is like, now that, where'd it go? There. Okay, so now if I move it up again, you see, when I add this extra note, I get a lot of different things. So now I get the 13th. If I move it up again, it's back to the root. So let me try that again. How about this? Okay, see that? Now this resolves to G, right? So I'm gonna right, so this is an altered lick. Now, let's learn to play it on these strings, so we're not playing up the neck so far. So it would be something like this. So now I get. Okay. Now I've got these notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little notes. What if I went or okay, from those 5 little notes. Anyway, you could go on and on. So taking a diminished sound and adding one extra note to it somewhere, and it could be anything, experiment around. You can develop a lot of different sounds. So over the, isn't that a cool sound? And then let's see if we can play it backwards. Okay. Isn't that cool? Okay. Danielle, for my new Gail, click on her name. It says block. I doubt it's a girl. Okay, so for new chord melody pieces, this I'm not going to eat in front of you. What am I doing? I usually work out my own arrangement. Find I never get around to seeing how others have approached the tune. Bad habit. Okay, let me give you a little story about that, about doing that. And that is this. Think about, I know this kid. He was, his name's Parker Hastings. I first saw him on YouTube one time playing one of my arrangements. And he was like 9 years old. And he was doing Jingle Bell Rock, I think it was, which is a hard arrangement. Really hard. And I couldn't believe it. And this kid has now grown up. I mean, I think, what is he now, Gail? 18 maybe? Fantastic player. Fantastic. But what did he do? He played everybody's arrangements. Everybody's arrangements. But from that, now he can make his own arrangements. But until you get to the point of really getting everybody's arrangements down, really pat, and understanding the moves and all that stuff, you know, I would spend your time doing that instead of hashing out an arrangement on your own. Now, you kind of, I don't want to encourage you or discourage you from doing that, but you might think about doing your own, but then finding what somebody else does. Remember, if you steal from one person, it's stealing. If you steal from 3, it's research. If you steal from 10, it's inspiration. Okay? And I always go back to this. You know, Mozart was a genius, right? Yes, we can all agree on that. But he knew Bach's music inside and out, right? And he also knew Haydn's music, Papa Haydn. He studied with those cats, right? So he knew their music and could play it. And from that, he developed his own thing. So that's how learning jazz, learning anything that comes with the guitar should be approached. Now, if you're really serious about learning an arrangement, I have a course right now is probably, or learning how to arrange. It's on guitarcollege.net, and it's my fingerstyle playing and arranging course. And basically we take, understanding keys, running scales through keys and all that good stuff. And then there you have it. It's a great thing. And then adding bass lines and all that stuff. It's got rave reviews, and you might check that out. You can't even spell. I wanted to say thanks for recommending the chrome flat wounds. I took the Tomastics off and put on 12 chromes on my guild. Sounds much better, clearer. The sound got even fatter too. Well, that's good to hear. Okay, resolving that flat 9 to the 5 of the 1 is typically diminished bebop sound. Okay. Cool. All right, so where are we at? I guess we blocked Shannon there. I don't know why people have to be so vulgar. You know, it's like comedians nowadays, right? Or television shows. Good God. Jeez Louise. Anything new has got to have all the dirty words in it, you know. Like I think so it gets a R rating or an X rating, and then I don't know. I don't know why they do it. Just, you know, good writing without swear words is getting to be a real rarity. All right, so hey, here's a song. Let's see, let me put it on this camera. I've got a lesson on this song. Yeah, I hate looking at my chin. There we go. Yeah, let me put it on this camera. Where's Wes when you need him? Something like that. Softly as I leave you. That's a great little tune, man. That was Matt Monroe back in the 60s, I think. And Sinatra did it and stuff. And it's one of these tunes that stays in the key, doesn't mess around too much in a key, but then it does a modulation to the flat 3. So it's in the key of C, and then it modulates to the key of E flat. And kind of echoes the melody, but in a new key. But it's a great tune, especially for beginning fingerstyle playing. So I would recommend you pick up that lesson if you're interested in that. It's a beautiful tune. I didn't give it justice because it's been a while since I played it, and I just got this wild hair to do it this morning. But anyway, it's a great tune. And when we have things that modulate to the flat 3, and there's many, many songs that do that, that's a form of modal interchange. Let's all say that together. Modal interchange. Okay, let's see. I have a dinner gig coming up Friday night, just fingerstyle material. Some of your arrangements, any recommendations for contour of the set, when to have energy and when not to? Yeah, okay, well, if it's a dinner where everybody is coming in and eating at the same time, this is what I do. I keep things up, keep the energy up while people are sitting down and talking and ordering and stuff. And then when things are, then you can hear the crowd because they're starting to eat. They're not talking so much. That's when you bring it down and play some nice romantic music. So, and then when you start hearing the crowd talk a little more and it gets a little louder, I like to bring it back up with the energy. So that's my theory about it. Will you be staying Wednesday morning? I think so, for a little bit. Why not? Okay, so Patrick, where are we at here? I think that's Pat Evans, Frank Vignola, and did a couple of traveling concerts in their car. Really? Boy, talk about creative. I did a lesson from myself doing all positions of major 7 arps in 4-fret rate. Yeah, that's good. That's the way to do it. Let's play another tune. I played this last night. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, let's play a song. I got this guitar. I wanted to show it off. I just got it. This is Donna Lee. Now, they say Donna Lee. If I was to show you Donna Lee, it goes like this. What a bebop line, right? So they say this song has all the bebop formulas in it. Whoops, went the wrong way. All the I shouldn't be reading this. Reading not this, but the comments. Oh, geez. Okay, that's how it goes. Do you hear it? Hear all those bebop lines? Now we're going to add the music. Reminds me of, remember those Beach Boys? There's a Beach Boy record. It's like, this is how we make a record. First, we start with the drums, and then we add the bass, and then we add the guitars, and then we blah, blah, blah. And now we start singing. I'm getting bugged driving up and down. Here's chords. That's the changes. Diminished. But it did. Oh, yeah, yeah. Here's the samba version. You do that every day, you'd be smoking. Okay, new guitars. Oh, yeah, let's look at this new guitar. You know, I just got this. This is a Eastman. Yes, you know what? If you like what we're doing, hit the like button, please. This is a Eastman 805, and it's an all solid guitar. And this is what I look for when one of the things is when you get a guitar, this pickup needs to come down here a little bit. So I need to fix that. But the guitar has never had it doesn't have a strap button on. So what does that tell you? It never left the house. And it's in beautiful shape. It's out of tune. I haven't even cleaned. I haven't done anything to it yet. So hold on a second. So it's got a nice acoustic sound. There's the knobs are under here. Ooh, yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on, I'm going to dial this in a second. No, that ain't it. Anyway, it's still got the original round wound strings on it, which strings make a big difference in the sound. I don't care for these strings. I got to do that. Got to put a strap button on it, clean it up a little bit. The pickup is in the wrong. This bridge needs to come down here, so we got to shimmy it and get that bridge, get this pickup down. Right now, it's almost touching the string. So anyway, when I get that done, she'll be all ready to go. Now, this is 1 3/4 inch nut width. So if you got big fat hands, it's a great guitar for that. Yeah, this is 16 by 3.5. All solid, which is nice. Yeah. So acoustically, I don't know if you can hear it. It's pretty loud. Got that big band sound there. So anyway, there it is. I just wanted to show it to you. I'm not giving you the hard sell. So look at you guys. Thank you for joining me. Let's see, any questions? What are your own repairs of great fretwork? What are you doing your own repairs? Yes. Yeah, I do all that. Woodwork. I've done a little bit. Finish work. I know some guys that do so much better than me on that. And I have much more experience, so I don't mess with that anymore. So anyway, thank you again, and we'll do it next Tuesday evening and next Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. So until then, I will see you later. Y'all come back. Jesus.